It clearly tells you what you need. As you know, players who are hungry. Sometimes, you know, the players who have done well can be just that little bit maybe jaded. But when you have youngsters keen to do well, establish themselves.
That's the right word, Sunny, hunger. A lot of players just dying to play for the country. Seen in this series, someone like Jaiswal, Sarfraz, Kuldeep has got a good run here and he's made the most of it.
Rohit's captaincy too, I think, has flourished. I think he's watched a lot of the way that Stokes has gone about his business as a leader, a bit more invention with some of his field placings. He's a very calm leader anyway. I think tactically he's improved throughout the series.
Absolutely. I think that third day in Rajkot, when he didn't have a fielder earlier on, when Ben Duckett was sweeping the spinners to deep mid-wicket, he had one immediately on day one after the first boundary. He just blocked Duckett from getting those boundaries.
And even today, they very quickly set a field where Duckett was forced to defend and then get out. England, on the other hand, will rue their chances. They had a great chance today, great chance in Rajkot. And in India, you don't get too many chances. When you get it, you got to grab it.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to get one more over in here. 38 without loss. Absolutely. You go back to Rajkot and they were 220 for 2.
He's broken the stumps. 5 sixes in a row. 100 for the king, Jadeja.
Credit to India the way they bowled for sure, but England will look back again in the third innings. So it's going to take something pretty special. Last over, we think, of the day. 154 runs required. And can they finish with a wicket here, England? Just kept down. So Joe Root's got one to just leap a little bit and one just to keep down. That will just give England a chance when they have their supper tonight. They might just be hoping and dreaming that there's 10 more of them somewhere. Well, that's about their best hope.
Nicely placed by Jaiswal, but Jaiswal also has to remember how he got out in the first innings. The ball skidding low, going off the bottom end of the bat onto the stumps. That gap over there looks very inviting. Just now where he got the 2 runs from. But what that does, it makes you play a little bit with an angular bat. That can get you into trouble. But his batting is so important for India. The kind of form he's been in.
Last ball of the day. What a day it'll be for India if they can see this off. All 10 wickets in hand.
Yeah, well done to India. A day that started really well. Excellent partnership between Kuldeep and Dhruv Jurel. It's a day that's finished even better. The skipper there, you can see with a smile on his face, understandably. His batters have done a terrific job today, and his bowlers most certainly have as well. So England, well, left to rue a poor batting performance. Question marks about how the pitch was going to play. The pitch at times misbehaved, as you'd expect with the surface, but in between, England couldn't find a way of building substantial partnerships. So it's we go into day 4, requiring 152 for India, and well, they are capable of producing some very special things, England, and it's going to need to be extremely special tomorrow.
You've now see him enter the field of play. As a coach, as an umpire,
on the buzzer first with Sunbeam Lertara,
as a cheerleader.
In the Ultimate Sports Quiz 2023. It's not just a quiz, but a clash of India's youngest and brightest minds. The Ultimate Sports Quiz 2023.
Indian batters who brought India back in the game with their determination and application. Full marks to Dhruv Jurel for the way he batted, and also to Kuldeep Yadav. That partnership was what thwarted England. Didn't give them that early breakthrough. And then, of course, again with Akashdeep, another useful partnership. So when you have lower order batsmen selling their wickets dearly, that makes a huge difference. Reducing the lead to just 46 when it looked at one stage it could be 200, 150. So that really lifted the Indian team, must have lifted the Indian team in the change room itself when they went out to field, and you could see straight away the effect with Ashwin being given the new ball, picking another fifer. Crawley bowled well. Crawley got, I beg your pardon, Kuldeep bowled well. Crawley batted well. He played some fluent drives. But you can see that Ashwin taking a fifer. Root, the main wicket, LBW to Ashwin for 11. Best who batted well for his 30. And down the order, Folks got 17. The bowling, you can see opening the bowling, given the new ball once again in an India game. Ashwin picking 5 wickets for 51. Jadeja, good support, 1 for 56. But it was Kuldeep who dealt the early blows, taking 4 for 22. So the match summary there. England 353 with Joe Root scoring his 31st Test 100 and Robinson scoring 58. India replying with 307. Jurel missing out on his first Test century by 10 runs. Jaiswal scoring a terrific 73. England in the second innings. Crawley 60. Bairstow 30, but nobody else contributed. Hitting all out for 145. Ashwin 5 and Kuldeep 4 wickets. And India second innings chasing 192. A 40 for no loss.
Well, you got Ash with us. Ash, well bowled today. You must have been dying to get that new ball in your hand.
Yeah, in a way, Ravi, you're right. You know me well inside out. I've enjoyed bowling with the new ball, and today was one of those days where Rohit just said in the huddle that both of you are starting. Who wants to start? I put my hand up and said I'll start the over from this side. So yeah, glad, and yeah, the new ball's got some sort of an attachment. I enjoy bowling with a little bit more speed. Loved it once again. Yeah.
And we saw you right today, even with Jaddu. There wasn't much turn, but what were you relying on?
So actually I had to go back and rewire the way I had to think about the game. I'm someone who comes down on the ball. I like the ball to drop on the pitch. Somehow when I come to the eastern part of the country, I find that there's not enough bite out of the surface. The bounce is literally almost near the shin height, if I can say that. So I had to really go a lot of side spin, had to hammer into the pitch for the first part of the spell. And later from the other side, I felt like there was a little bit more purchase with the older ball. So had to literally rewire, and it was a mental switch I had to make.
Well done. Another five for Ashwin. You know, DK and I, we were talking when Bashir and Folks were batting, when is that carom ball going to come? We didn't see it for a while, and then when it came, you got Folks cotton ball.
Yeah, for some strange reason, my knee has been acting up. So it just takes me about 10-12 balls to warm up. But yeah, I had a bit of warm up before getting in as well. So once I got my length right, that is when I wanted to really try it. I didn't want to give extra runs because we're chasing last. So every single run to chase is a big bonus.
Great show of character by the entire bowling unit there. To come back the way you did, first with the bat in the morning and then to be in the position you are now.
Yeah, it was phenomenal character. I thought Kuldeep bowled brilliantly. But what I really loved about what Kuldeep did today was the way he was working on his run-up, changing the momentum and all that sort of stuff. We all know how much revs he can put on the ball, what skill he's got. But when you can change up the pace like that, change the trajectory, which he's willing to do now, I think he's double the bowler that he is. Really happy for him. I just stole the 5 away from him. But that's how the game goes.
Ash, Nick here, you're talking about Kuldeep, the bowler. What about Kuldeep, the batter, and how much of a lift with the dressing room